Days turned into weeks as Emma's once vibrant life withered away. She existed in a perpetual state of twilight, a prisoner in her own home. The ghostly figure that had entered through the window seemed to feed on her fear, manifesting itself in unsettling ways. Emma's reflection in the mirror no longer resembled the girl she once was. Dark circles adorned her eyes, and her skin had taken on an unnatural pallor. The once cozy rooms of her home became twisted and distorted, mirroring the torment within her soul. Every night, the ghostly figure returned, tapping on her window and whispering haunting secrets. Emma, unable to escape, was forced to listen to the entity's tales of despair and suffering. The walls of her home echoed with anguished cries, both hers and those of the tortured souls that accompanied the figure. In the depths of her despair, Emma discovered an old journal hidden in the attic. It detailed the tragic history of Willow Creek, a town plagued by a malevolent force that sought to trap unsuspecting souls in its web. Emma realized she was not the first victim, and unless she found a way to break free, wouldn't be the last. Determined to end the cycle, Emma delved into the occult, seeking ancient rituals and incantations to banish the ghostly figure. Night after night, she performed desperate ceremonies, hoping to sever the spectral connection. As the rituals intensified, so did the entity's fury. One fateful night, as Emma chanted the final incantation, the room trembled with unseen forces. The ghostly figure wailed, its ethereal form dissipating into the darkness. The curse that had bound Emma began to lift, and she felt a surge of energy, both dark and light, coursing through her. With a blinding flash, Emma found herself outside her home, staring at the now quiet window. The once twisted rooms had returned to their normal state, and Willow Creek seemed to breathe a sigh of relief. The townsfolk, who had long forgotten the supernatural events that plagued their town, continued their lives as if nothing had happened. Emma, changed by the ordeal, left Willow Creek behind. The haunted memories of that small town lingered, a cautionary tale of the thin veil between the living and the dead. As she moved on, Emma couldn't shake the feeling that somewhere, in the shadows, the ghostly figure still lingered, waiting for another unsuspecting soul to cross its path. Years passed, and Emma's story became a local legend. The town remained quiet, but whispers of the haunted house circulated among the curious. Some claimed to have heard tapping on windows at night, a chilling reminder that the supernatural forces that once tormented Emma had not completely faded away. Willow Creek, though seemingly normal, carried the scars of its dark history, and the ghostly figure's presence continued to weave through the fabric of reality. Tommy's funeral was a somber affair, the villagers mourning the loss of the once vibrant boy. Mrs. Thompson, haunted by guilt, left Ravenswood in the dead of night, never to be seen again. The village, unaware of the supernatural force that had claimed Tommy's life, returned to a semblance of normalcy. However, the haunting melody persisted, echoing through the village streets when the moon hung high in the sky. Those who heard it felt an otherworldly pull, drawing them towards the village cemetery. As the spectral child danced among the gravestones, more villagers joined the macabre procession. Ravenswood became a ghost town in the truest sense. Shadows moved through the empty streets, and the echoes of the haunted lullaby whispered through the abandoned houses. The village, once full of life, now existed in a perpetual state of nightmarish slumber. One curious journalist, drawn by tales of the ghost town, ventured into Ravenswood. The haunting melody reached out to him, guiding him to the heart of the village cemetery. As he stepped into the moonlit clearing, the spectral child appeared, inviting him to join the eerie dance. The journalist, fueled by a mix of fear and fascination, couldn't resist the call. He became the latest addition to the ghostly parade, forever trapped in the haunting lullaby's enchantment. Ravenswood, a town lost to the ages, continued its spectral existence, a warning to those who dared to seek out its haunted secrets. Years later, a group of paranormal investigators arrived in Ravenswood, drawn by the stories of the Haunted Lullaby. Armed with cameras and recording equipment, they explored the desolate streets and dilapidated buildings. The haunting melody echoed through the air, guiding them to the heart of the ghost town. As the investigators approached the cemetery, the spectral child and the entwined spirits of the villagers appeared before them. The investigators, caught in the supernatural trap, joined the spectral dance, becoming part of the never-ending nightmare that gripped Ravenswood. The once sleepy village, now a cursed realm, continued to draw in unsuspecting souls. The haunted lullaby persisted, a haunting reminder of the tragedy that befell Ravenswood. The spirits trapped within its boundaries waited for the next curious wanderer, ensuring that the ghostly dance would endure for eternity. The cursed mirror found its way to a new owner, Sarah, blissfully unaware of the horrors it contained. As she stared into its depths, Emily's ghostly figure materialized, reaching out with spectral hands. Sarah, gripped by an unseen force, felt herself being drawn into the cursed mirror. Inside the mirror's realm, Emily's ghostly existence intertwined with Sarah's, creating a distorted reflection of the two women trapped in a spectral limbo. The mirror, now possessing the essence of both souls, grew more powerful, its malevolent influence expanding beyond the confines of the Victorian house. Unexplained phenomena plagued the surrounding area. People reported seeing ghostly figures and hearing the haunting whispers that emanated from the cursed mirror. The once quiet town near the Victorian house became a hotbed of supernatural activity, drawing the attention of paranormal investigators and thrill seekers alike. Sarah and Emily's ghostly forms wandered the Victorian house, trapped in a nightmarish loop. Time lost its meaning as the mirror's influence warped reality. Those who ventured too close to the haunted house were ensnared by the malevolent force, their souls added to the mirror's ever-growing collection. The town became a hub of dark energy, a vortex of twisted dimensions, where the living and the dead coexisted in a state of perpetual horror. The cursed mirror, now a gateway to a realm beyond comprehension, awaited new victims, luring them with the promise of their deepest desires and trapping them in an eternal nightmare. As the years passed, the haunted Victorian house and its cursed mirror faded into local legend. Those who knew better avoided the area, leaving it to the ghosts and the whispers that lingered in the shadows. The mirror, now a relic of unspeakable evil, continued its malevolent reign, a dark stain on the fabric of reality itself. The legend of the haunted mirror spread far and wide, attracting paranormal enthusiasts from different corners of the globe. The once quiet town transformed into a destination for those seeking the supernatural. Ghost hunters, psychics, and thrill seekers converged on the haunted Victorian house, hoping to capture evidence of the malevolent force that dwelled within. One brave group of investigators, armed with the latest technology, entered the Victorian house with the intent of unraveling its dark mysteries. As they set up cameras and conducted seances, the mirror's influence intensified. Shadows danced on the walls, and whispers echoed through the halls, drawing the investigators deeper into the abyss. As the investigators peered into the cursed mirror, the reflections of Sarah and Emily twisted and contorted. The mirror, now a portal to a nightmarish dimension, unleashed its full power. The investigators, caught in the grip of the malevolent force, felt their sanity slip away. The once quiet town, now a beacon of supernatural darkness, continued to draw in those curious enough to seek its haunted secrets. The cursed mirror, an artifact of unspeakable horror, remained a gateway to a realm where the living and the dead existed in perpetual torment. As the legend grew, the haunted Victorian house and its cursed mirror stood as a chilling reminder that some mysteries are better left untouched. If you find this video bone-chilling, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Your support means everything.